Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Happy October, happy Libra season. So I just wanted to pop on here very quickly and let you know I'm going to be discontinuing my private reading services as of the middle of October, just simply because of some changes and things that I have going on my end of things. So if you wanted to get a session, and I'm only going to be offering Zoom 60-minute Zoom sessions. I know in the past I had pre-recorded sessions, but I won't be doing that now. We'll only do Zoom sessions. So if you want to book something, now is the time to do it. It's a perfect time anyway, because we're coming up on the new year. Believe it or not, we're finishing up 2025 and we're going to be focusing on the upcoming year. So if you want a year ahead overview for 2026, we can certainly do that. Or we can use the time however you want with any topic that's on your mind. So now would be the time to get that on the books. I won't have it open past October 15th. So that will be the cutoff date. And that will be it. So if you get it on the books now, you'll be in. If not, I won't be opening it up for anyone else after that point. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get into your monthly reading for October. Hello, Aries, and welcome to your October 2025 tarot card reading. Let's go ahead and see what comes through for you here. What is it that you need to know for October 2025? Okay. Getting a lot of coin cards, right? We got the King of Coins, the Queen of Coins, the Three of Coins, which tells me that you might be a little bit more concerned right now with your material well-being, right? Meaning that there might be things in the realm of money, career, your living situation, your car, anything regarding tangible things might be a little bit more important or prominent for you right now, okay? It may not be the most spiritual month for you. What I really love about the coins in general, okay, as they are related to the earth element and the earth connected with our physical body, okay, this really lends itself to embodiment. And that if you want to see some type of change or growth or development in your life, all you have to do is embody the characteristics and habits and traits of someone who can have that new situation that you seek. Now, the King of Coins, what I really like about him, as it's a Taurus quality, is his sort of blatant acceptance of what is real. And I think Libra season in general also lends itself to this fact, as Saturn is the exalted energy in Libra. So I think we see a lot of Saturnine themes. And Saturn is also a very real, honest, truthful planet. And I see this king and I'm like, you know what, Aries, this is your time to be brutally blunt with yourself about your current reality and about what it is you ultimately want. And that is a great act of self-respect, because I think the more grounded and rooted you are in truth, the more likely you are to grow. Okay. This kind of goes to the chakra pairings, where, for example, your crown chakra, your wisdom, right, is deeply connected with your root chakra. And the more rooted you are, the more wisdom you can contain, and vice versa. The more wisdom you hold, the more grounded you can be. So they work together. And I think your groundedness and your grounded nature is really important, because that is what is going to really stir up a lot of new ideas, right? With the Three of Coins, it tells me that Aries is moving into kind of a creative and strategic brainstorming, designing time frame. And this is a time for you to start designing your life purposefully and intentionally. And that when you think about where you are now and where you need to go, look, I don't think Aries needs to spend any time thinking about the past. This is not about your healing journey. This is not about your divorce. It's not about, the traumas that you've had. I'm not saying that stuff doesn't play a role in our mindset and stuff like that, but coin energy, earth energy, true embodiment, it doesn't matter how tattered your past is, because all you have to do is wake up today and do the right things, right? You're thinking about money. Okay, do I need to earn more money? Do I need to invest more money? Do I need to buy this stock over this one? Do I need to buy and sell? Do I need to look at real estate? Do I need to do this? Like whatever it is, right? This is you just waking up and deciding that now is the time to do it. And if you have a plan and you have a vision, then these ideas should flow through you. I don't see blockage here for Aries. I really don't. Aries, I think that you are an open channel and an open vessel to receive whatever strategies you need to get you to the place you want to be. And I see this sun and I say, Aries, this is going to be fun. This is not going to feel, there's going to be work to do, clearly, as we see with the 10 of Wands. But with the sun, this is supposed to be playful. It is supposed to be exciting. And it's supposed to really trigger that inner part of you that feels happy and excited and motivated to wake up every day. I would say that October needs to be focused on progress every single day. Even if it's like, I know we're not all 100%. Some of us have health issues. Some of us has finance issues. So I'm not saying we can all just go do everything all the time, every day. But if 10% is all you got and you give that 10%, I'd say you're giving yourself 100%. Okay? But this is supposed to be enjoyable. It's supposed to be fun. And I think the more you embody these characteristics, these traits, these habits, the more momentum and the more steam you'll get. I'm going to tell you right now that this sun comes from the inside out. Okay, this sun light comes from the inside out. This is creative, meaning it comes from you and gets put out into the world. I would be very careful of your consumption right now, whether you consume food or you consume TV or internet news or whatever. I'd be very cautious of your consumption, because your consumption is not really going to do you any favors. Okay, this is more creative, inside out, inside out, inside out. And it is the inside out energy with this 10 of Wands that it really enables you to continue to push. And this is what I mean. Like, even if 10% is all you got that day, but you still give that 10%, it's 100%. But this is you doing what must be done. That's the thing with the coin energy. Like, it's really black and white in terms of, if I do this thing, it will beget this result. Right? If I clean my house, it will give me a clean house. If I eat this type of food, I will feel better. If I save my money, I will have more money. It's really obvious. So you just do it. And you don't self-sabotage. I see no self-sabotaging here. I see no pumping the brakes. I don't see you working against yourself or even having other people working against you. I see an easy, even flow for you. But, you have to have the self-consciousness, the self-awareness, you have to have that consciousness in terms of what you're doing. Your actions need to be intentional. They need to be purposeful. There's no mindless anything going on here. So everything you do, understand that there's a consequence of that action. And when you start to feel like I'm doing the right things, I'm helping myself, I'm respecting myself, I'm keeping my promises to myself, you're going to start to feel like this king and queen of coins. You're going to feel like someone who can have this stuff. and your energy is going to shift. Your confidence is going to rise. Your passion is going to be fueled. And it's just going to get better and better and better and better. And I think October, Libra season, as it's the season opposite of you, and it's also an equinox season, just like you are, you can sense the magic in the season, and you can sense that manifestations come more quickly. They show up faster. You start seeing results faster, because that's all this is. It's like taking a specific action so the result can come in. That's all this is about. There's nothing more complicated than anything, right? This is what I mean. Your past has no place here. So if you are trying to excuse not doing the thing you know you need to do because of something that happened 10 years ago, you are only shooting yourself in the foot. Because I don't see any reason why Aries cannot get from point A to point B very quickly. Like, I see no resistance here at all, at least in the first couple of weeks. Not even in the slightest, okay? So let's see what else comes through here. Hold on one second. All right, just had a little interruption with my cats, but let's see what comes through here with the second row, Aries. More coin energy plus a Taurus energy. We've got the moon. More coins. See, this is what I'm saying. It's all in this earthly realm, okay? It does not have to be a super spiritual month. It does not have to be about healing. It does not have to be about anything other than what you do. And there is so much grace and so much power and so much beauty in just being present, connecting with the task at hand, and seeing and feeling the effects of massive productivity. I think even as we move into the second half of October, we're already looking at the Eight of Coins, which really mirrors Ten of Wands so beautifully. But what I like here is that there's a flow. Sometimes the Ten of Wands can feel like, oh my gosh, there's so much. I think there are going to be a lot of Arians that quit here. I'm not saying Aries can't work hard. You absolutely can work super hard. But this can sometimes feel like an uphill battle where you're like, oh my gosh, there's so much to do. There's so many things, and I'm the only one that can do it. And I think that can be a frustrating thing, right? When that burden lies solely on your shoulders, because you are the only one that can be responsible for improving your life, right? That falls on you. It falls on all of us. But what happens in short order when you embrace this and you say, I will do whatever, that's fine, I'll do it. Suddenly that burdensome Ten of Wands, heavy, lonely, whatever, starts to feel more like a groove, right? You start kind of get your groove. What I love so much about the Eight of Coins is this feels, to me, in my mind, this is the other side of the magician, right? Where the magician is that initial insight, inspiration, desire, that initial spark, that boom, hits you like a bolt of lightning. But this is what happens when you say, okay, I'm going to do it. You start rolling up your sleeves, you get your hands in the clay, you start molding, you start crafting, you start building, and suddenly it's something takes form, right? Suddenly something happens. And this is the real magic right here. It's using your physical vessel to channel that creative source and to produce things in the material world. This is what drives humans since the beginning of time. This is why the world looks the way it looks, why we have roads and bridges and skyscrapers and internet and computers and all invention. This is where invention came from. Okay, this is where innovation comes from. And what I love is that when we're in this state, we are actually incredibly open to receive even more. So It's about receiving more money, more ideas, more opportunities, more contacts, more of whatever it is you need. You are in a deeply receptive state. And because you are operating from a degree of self-respect and self-value, because again, you are keeping the promises to yourself. You are not disappointing yourself. And when you show up this way and you start feeling better, you start to feel more aligned and you feel more connected to your divine purpose and more connected to the possibilities that you know have been within reach. You just couldn't reach them quite yet, right? Hierophant is a quiet knowing that you are solid and rooted in the divine, in your divine purpose, and that you are seated firmly at the center of your being and you are unshakable. All right. And I love the focus that I'm seeing from Aries right now. It feels poignant. It feels unbending. It feels undistractable. Like there seems to be nothing that can get in Aries' way. And I really hope you don't let anything get in your way, because things are meant to start balancing out. And I love that this card, to me, this position right here represents kind of the last few days of the season before we move into Scorpio season. So this is like the last few days of Libra season. We have the new moon in Libra. We've got Neptune retrograding back into Pisces. We have the sun kind of getting ready to enter Scorpio around this time. And it kind of gives us that final theme of Libran energy, which is things coming back into balance. And where you are in a position of lack, you will start to receive. And where you are in a position of excess, you will have an opportunity to give. And that flow, and keep in mind, the flow here is really important, because I do not see a stagnation of flow, especially when we hit that second week, third week of October, where things seem to be like, okay, moving like clockwork. No clog in this stream at all. So that's why things are able to balance out. But you have to keep in mind that, because if you identify more heavily with this person who needs something, like you need money or you need opportunities or whatever, and that's all you focus on, it's going to be harder, I think, for you to find the balance. You have to concentrate on both areas, because even if the louder aspect of your life has you in this needing position, it does not mean that you do not have incredible gifts to give. And I want you to focus on both, right? We need the balance. We need both. So that when we move into Scorpio season, because I do suspect Scorpio season begins, obviously we have the moon card, so it feels a little unsure, which is odd because Libra season feels so sure. But I'm wondering if something doesn't come in. Now, I'm not really seeing anything coming in necessarily, but it can indicate that with the Six of Coins, right? There's an inflow and an outflow. So if something comes in, that may put you in a position of, well, I'm not really sure where this is going, or I'm not sure how I can balance all of this out, because I've got the Two of Coins and now I'm going to have to really discern. Like, I can't keep all of these balls in the air. I'm going to have to drop one, right? Because maybe you weren't in a position, even though all this is so beautiful, maybe you weren't in a position to stop doing something that you needed to do. But now that opportunity comes and you say, well, maybe I can stop doing it. Maybe I can cut off that obligation. Maybe I can say, no, I don't want this, to focus on this other thing. But Scorpio season comes with choices, and it comes with a reprioritization process. And all of that reprioritization is necessary due to the wheels that you have set in motion throughout October, throughout the end of Libra season. So you're going to have to go through an assessment or a reevaluation near the end of the month or the beginning of November. And I would say don't put that off. And I certainly wouldn't say keep everything intact, because that is going to wear you out. You're going to need the energy, and you might be afraid, right? That moon, yeah, it's fearful. And Scorpio season can bring out that fear, because that's kind of what it does. It puts us in extreme positions. And you may feel like the choices that are on the table are a bit extreme, and that you're not ready to let that pendulum swing so starkly to the other side. But that's what Scorpio season needs to do. It needs to correct a course of action. So I think if you embrace that sort of mystery and that unknown, you'll be really happy that you did, because then you can start to prioritize this stuff up here even more. All right, so let's pull out a couple of oracle cards for you, Aries. Last final messages for you. We have, you're very close to achieving your goal. See, I just think with all the coins in this reading, it's really just more a matter of embodiment. It's nothing more complicated than that. It's not some crazy idea or some perfect moment or a perfect person. It's just a matter of stepping into a new pair of shoes, right? This whole identity shift has been going on ever since like May, June, when Saturn came into this conjunction with Neptune and entered your sign. It shouldn't be that surprising, We have this, this deer spirit hardly ever comes out. I think I've only ever seen it like twice in a reading. Like, it just never comes out. But it says, bring a gentle touch. That's the thing. Nothing here is all that harsh. Nothing here is overly complex. Nothing here is a big stretch. It's all very doable and within the realm of possibility. So it's all very gentle, and you don't need to be hard on yourself. You don't need to push really hard. It's just, you just softly go and do it. Okay? All right, Aries, let's go ahead and see what comes through for you here with the clarifiers for the comprehensive reading. So if you want to join, we're going to open up all these cards and extract as much detail from every single one of these cards as we possibly can, and hopefully tell a deeper, more meaningful, or more detailed story for you. So if you want to join, that link will be in the description box and the pinned comment thread down below. All right, Aries, what do you need to know about this King of Coins here? Page, the Magician, beautiful Ace. We have the World card, the Star, the Ten of Swords, the Sun, Ace of Swords, Justice, Two of Cups, Judgment, Two of Coins again. We have the Nine of Wands, beautiful Ace of Coins, Seven of Wands, another King of Coins, Queen of Wands, the Tower, another Six of Coins, a Nine of Swords, Two of Swords, High Priestess, the Lovers, Eight of Cups, and Eight of Wands. A lot of movement around that last week or so of Libra season and beginning of Scorpio season. We have the Four of Coins, the Fool, and Temperance. And last but not least, Five of Coins, another Moon card, and another Eight of Coins. All right, Aries, this is where we're going to pick up in the comprehensive. If you want to join, you are more than welcome. Again, all the info down below. Thank you all so much. I hope you have an amazing month, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.